Welcome back to the show, everybody. Ripple is issued a payment license from a central bank. We got that and so much more. Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. You can follow us on Twitter and YouTube for exclusive content. Right now, the market is at $1.22 trillion. It's up 3.1%. 30,000 plus for Bitcoin again right now. I tell you, the market is wanting to go. I want it to go. But until it does, we're going to focus on the fundamental news. Right now, Ethereum is $18.97 and change. Tether market cap is $83.1 billion plus. XRP, 49 cents. We are up 1.1% on the 24, but 4% on the 7-day. If you haven't seen the video from this morning on what could happen to XRP price, go watch that video. I'm telling you, you're going to like it a lot. Very quickly here, ladies and gentlemen, we just had our private weekly live stream last night. And it was straight fire. I want to tell you that. And listen, we know the markets are collapsing all around us. We see lots of things happening, paradigm shifts going on in the crypto space. And I tell you, you can't keep up with everything. We recognize that your life is busy. Join this group. Look, we all have a journey and a personal goal, where we want to go, what we want to become, the things we want to achieve for our families. You can do them in this group. Surround yourself with the like-minded people, and I tell you, you're not going to believe what's happening, and it's already happening for the people inside of this group. Click the link underneath the video. Take advantage of the special offer that we have for you right now, a free 3-day trial. See for yourself. Make the investment into yourself. You will be glad that you did. Click the link underneath the video. Right here, uphold, bull run is trending. I like it, but we need to see it, right? Well, I tell you, we're going to look at, I love all of the technical analysis. I love all of the technical analysts, and I don't know how they do what they do, and my hat is off to them. I tell you, they're incredible people, and I really, really am grateful for each and every one of them. But I don't know how they do what they do. I'm a kind of person that has to follow the fundamental news, the things that are happening and unfolding on the daily, right? That's the things that really get me excited. Right here, we see Google Cloud is looking to set its new artificial intelligence-driven anti-money laundering product apart from the other AML tools on the market, allowing less human input. And, there's a new world coming, ladies and gentlemen. We just well brace for it. And here we see Fidelity-backed VC firm 8 Roads hires former Coinbase Japan CEO as a partner. Again, this all points to the big legacy firms that are moving into the space. We've just recently reported on Citadel, Invesco, Fidelity, BlackRock. They're all Valkyrie. They're all applying for a spot ETF for Bitcoin. That tells you there's another huge push coming. According to the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office application, MasterCard intends to introduce software for crypto transactions and create links between virtual asset service providers. More evidence that we're getting closer and closer to a regulated framework, no matter how far off it may seem with government and what is not happening there, and the actions that the SEC are taking, which are deplorable against the innovators in this space. However, the Fed intends to establish payments interoperability between FedNow and the clearinghouse at launch. FedNow will start with ACH transactions. Remember, FedNow will be handling in excess of over $2 quadrillion worth of payments. That's what they reported on. I reported on that in the video earlier this morning. That's their words, not mine, right? Now, I don't believe, for clarity, and I said this, and I try to say this because there's hundreds of people joining the channel each week, right? So I have to say this, that, I don't believe FedNow going live will affect XRP price, but I won't be upset if it does. FedNow is a domestic payment plumbing infrastructure, and I expect that to organize a domestic liquidity, so eventually XRP could be used as cross-border payments for high-value payments in cross-border situations and draw on that domestic organized liquidity from the FedNow system. And we see here there is a move from the House Financial Service Committee is set to vote on new legislation regulating digital assets, including cryptocurrencies and stablecoins. The proposals are scheduled to be debated in the second week of July. We're just a little over 2 weeks away from that happening. Now, whether anything gets moved and passed and then forwarded on, we know how this goes, right? You got to pass in the House and you got to pass in the Senate and you got to sign it on the president's desk and then it becomes law. So we're a ways away, but this is still great to see these kind of steps and strides happening this early. BIS, we covered this about unified ledgers and tokenization can improve old and enable the new in the financial system with central bank money at the core. I bring this up because we also know that the IMF has introduced the XC platform. They've also got papers and staff that have recognized that XRP can be used as one of the solutions in a new cross-border, new payment world financial landscape. But we don't yet know whether BIS, Bank of International Settlements, or the IMF have specifically chosen Ripple, RippleNet, or XRP at this time. However, all of these things happen to be coalescing and in a coordinated movement happening at the same time. I don't know what it would mean if people thought of all of this as individual coincidences. Maybe I do and I just don't want to say it out loud, right? Be nice. Ripple, MAS, Monetary Authority, Singapore. The Purpose-Bound Money Technical White Paper. What does it mean? Well, I'll tell you what, there's a great article here that breaks that down for us, and I need to share with you what that means here. Monetary Authority of Singapore is moving forward in researching digital money, including central bank digital currencies and its use cases. And by the way, don't go anywhere. I'm getting ready to give you some amazing Ripple news about Singapore and their central bank. The paper outlines the purpose-bound money, called PBM, which means money programmed to be used for a specific purpose without programming it directly. The research seeks to ensure that programmability does not come at the expense of digital money's ability to serve as a medium of exchange. So in short, basically what they're saying is that the government could issue, or central bank could issue a CBDC, whatever the situation, and yet there could be this programmable ability placed on it, purpose-bound money, that would not be in control of the CBDC based on its use. So PBMs have two core components, the wrapper and the store of value. The wrapper, implemented in the form of a smart contract code, specifies the conditions upon which the underlying digital money can be used. The paper states that the PBM alone is limited to intended purposes. However, with the wrapper, the PBM can be programmed to release and transfer the digital currency when specific conditions are fulfilled. So they're separating the money from the actual terms, right? And that's pretty incredible because if you get that right, this makes sure that the government or central bank would not be able to turn off your money. Is essentially like the positive out of this. And we'll have to watch for more information on that. But in the meantime, here it comes right here. The big news, ladies and gentlemen. Crypto firm Ripple gets in principal payments license in Singapore. Let's take and unpack this very quickly here. Ripple said it received the principal approval of major payment institutional license from the Monetary Authority of Singapore, the country's central bank. The license allows Ripple to offer regulated digital payment token products and services and expand customers' use of XRP, a cryptocurrency it is closely associated with. It comes as Ripple continues to spar with the SEC over a lawsuit in the United States. Brad Garlinghouse said this: as major global financial center, Singapore led the way in taking a pragmatic innovation-first approach to crypto. We're incredibly proud. Ripple is one of a handful of firms to receive in-principle approval from the Monetary Authority of Singapore MPI license for digital payment token services. But let's also hear from Stuart Alderati, who reports on it and has to say, Monetary Authority of Singapore has built a workable framework that truly unites consumer protection, market integrity, and innovation. They've also outlined a clear taxonomy to classify and regulate digital assets, making it possible for companies like Ripple to build and offer compliant products. It's been said many times, but bears repeating. Regulatory clarity is what will help drive crypto utility for real-world use cases. Well said, and here's Monica to bring it home. Monica Long, the president of Ripple, says as RippleNet grows into a platform with regulated crypto-enabled services like instant settlement and liquidity, obtaining licenses in jurisdictions like Singapore is key. And it is key. For those of you that don't understand, before I read her next part of this comment, Singapore is a major financial hub, ladies and gentlemen. This is absolutely massive. She goes on to say, I'm especially excited for the potential growth here. APAC is already a huge market for Ripple, with ODL volumes flowing through Singapore growing over 5 times year on year in 2022. Outstanding news. Shout out to Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse, Stuart Alderati, Monica Long, and the rest of the Ripple team for all of their hard work to get it going from the top down, while the rest of us worry about getting the bottom up. I love it. Why don't we just make an agreement to meet in the middle? Yeah, I'll see you there. And hopefully with a high price XRP. That's what I want. Not financial advice from me or anyone else. This is getting fun. This is not financial advice. It's just my digital perspectives. I'll catch all of you on the next one.